Hey, this is Mr. Elmhorst with the help video for writing and solving inequalities and using models. So the first part of this, we're just going to review what the inequalities are. So it's the comparison where we have greater than or less than symbols. So some other words for less than would be smaller than, below or under, fewer. And then we have greater, less, or equal. And then we have greater than or equal. So the little line down below, it's kind of a mash between equal to or less than, but we don't put both the equal to lines down below it, we just put the one. Now, the difference between when we graph them on the line, we have open circles where the value that's being compared to is not included. And then we have where it's equal to, and we're going to have closed circles or shaded in circles where the value is included in the comparison. So down below, we're just going to write a few phrases, inequality. So this one's saying H is less than, and we can pick different words up above, and we could just pick the first one, we say below. H is whatever number it is, H is below 24. So every number that is below 24 would meet this inequality comparison. And then we go over here on the number line, we put a circle at 24, and only because it's below, it's going to be all these numbers that are going to the left or less than 24 in the direction of counting down. So F, you can pick any of these words above. So F is greater, and we can just use the word above. F is above 5. So on the number line, we're going to start the comparison at 5 with the circle, and then we're going to go in the above direction, which is going to be greater or to the right, where the numbers are counting up. And T is less than or equal to, go up here. So the most it can be is being compared to 6. So that means everything else is at least or less than or equal to 6. T is at the least 6. So I said that wrong. At the most. At most. At the least is over here. That's a different symbol. So T is at most 6. So we're going to go here to 6. The most it can be is 6. And when it's equal to, we're going to shade in that circle saying the most it can be is 6, and that is part of the solution. And then any number that is less than 6. And then here we have y is, looking at this symbol here, y is greater than or equal to, and that's where we can use at least. At the least is 6. And it's going to go to the right or the greater than side of things. All right, so we went through a few examples, finish up the 3 down below, and choose some of the vocab words above that are listed. So now we're going to move into the writing and solving of two-step inequalities. And so in order to write the inequality, we're going to take a look at the models here to the left. So there's two variable x's, and they're positive We can just say 2x and combine like terms. And then there's 5 negatives, which is subtracting 5. And for this one, we're just going to say is equal to 5. All right, so we're going to circle our variable term, draw a line down through the equal sign, and then go through our two-step process to solve. Bring the variable term down to the next step. So -5, +5, that's going to cancel. Now we got 10. And we're going to divide both sides by 2. So 2 divided by 2 is going to give us 1x equal to 5. So we're starting with the equation right here, just so we're paying attention to what the comparison symbol is. So x is equal to 5. On the number line, there is only one solution for this equation. It's equal to 5, and then that's it. X equals 5. All right, now we're going to look at the model for the inequality. We have a comparison where something on the left side is greater than or equal to what's on the right side. Well, let's write the equation, or let's write the inequality. So we have 2x plus 3 positives. And now we bring our comparison symbol over here, greater than or equal to. And it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 negatives. All right, and then we are going to solve the inequality just like we've been solving the equation. The only difference is we have our inequality comparison symbol that we're going to use to understand our solutions in the end. So I'm going to bring our inequality symbol down and circle the variable term and start solving away from the variable. +3, -3 is going to cancel on the left side. Bring the variable term down to step 2. And if we started with 7 negative, and then we got more negative, we subtracted 3. So 7 negatives and 3 negatives is going to give us 10 negatives. We're going to divide both sides by 2. 2 divided by 2 is going to give us 1. So now we're going to have x, and I was going to move this comparison symbol down a little bit further. And then 10 divided by 2 is 5. And the negative divided by a number will stay negative. So this is going to be our solution here. So x is any number that is greater than or equal to -5. So we start with our solutions at -5, and then we're going to put a circle there. And then this comparison symbol is going in the greater than direction. X is greater than. So we're going to go to the right. And because it's equal to, where the answer can be -5, we're going to shade it in. So it's any number for x that is greater than or equal to -5. We have 2x plus 6 less than or equal to 2. For our comparison symbol, we're going to bring that down and circle our variable term. Going to start solving away from the variable, and whatever we do to one side, we're going to do to the other. And so 2x is going to move down to step 2. And we went positive 2, and then we went negative 6. Positive 2 and then negative 6 is going to have us stop at negative 4. These are going in different direction, so finding the difference, we have more negatives than we have positives. Now we're going to divide both sides by 2. So we're left with x is less than or equal to 4 divided by 2 is going to be negative 2. When we come over and graph our solution, x is less than or equal to negative 2. So we're going to put a circle here at negative 2 where the solutions start, and then x is any number that is less than. So we're going to put an arrow in the less than direction, or equal to. And equal to is going to be shaded. This one looks like it's going to be a simple one here. X minus 4 is greater than 2. Circle the variable term. Bring the inequality symbol down into our solution. And we're going to start solving away from the variable. So now x comes down to step 2. And actually, it looks like we're only going to have one step on this one. So 2 plus 4 is going to be 6. So x is greater than 6. So we're going to put a circle here at 6. X is greater than, but it's not equal to. So because it's not equal to, it's going to be an open circle going to the greater than side. We got 3x minus 4, which is less than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, now we're going to circle the variable term, bring the inequality symbol down. Then we're going to add 4 to each side. And so now we are left with negative 8 and then positive 4. They're going in different directions, so we're going to find the difference. And that is going to be negative 4. So we have 3x is less than negative 4. Divide both sides by 3. So now we have x is less than negative 4 thirds. So x is less than negative 4 thirds is going to give us 1 and 1/3 once we simplify it. So this is going to be negative 1 and 1/3. So we're going to put a circle here at negative 1 and 1/3, and x is going less than. So we're going to go in the less than direction, which is going to be going to the left. One more example for the models. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 minus 3x, or negative 3x, which would be also subtracting. And negative 5. Okay, so we've got negative 3x, and we're going to circle the variable term and the sign to the left, bring the inequality sign down, and then we're going to do opposites from what we see here. So we got 7, the opposite of positive 7 will be negative 7. So the positive and negatives will cancel on the left side. So we have negative 3x, and that is less than -5, and -7. So that is going to give us -12. I'm going to divide both sides by -3. 3 divided by 3 is going to become 1. Now, dividing by this negative is going to change this variable from being negative into positive, which is what we want. But when the variable switches from negative to positive, then our solutions are going to switch direction with the variable switching. So instead of x being less than when it's negative, when x is positive, x is going to be greater than. And 12 divided by 3 is going to be 4, and a negative divided by negative will be +4. So the solutions are going to start here at 4, and they're going to be going in the greater than direction, which is going to be going to the right. So we have 3x minus 4, and this balance scale means, no, it doesn't mean equal. So it means whatever is over on this side has a greater weight. So 20 has a greater weight than 3x minus 4. So 20 is greater than 3x minus 4. So whatever is on the left side is going to have to be less than. So we have 3x. I'll bring our inequality sign down and start solving away from the variable on the variable side. So the opposite of subtracting 4 is adding 4. Then we bring 3x down, and that is going to be 24. So we got 3x, 3 times x, so we're going to divide both sides by 3 in order to cancel the multiplying by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1x, and 24 divided by 3 is going to be 8. So we have x is less than 8. I'm going to put a circle here at 8. And any number that is less than 8 will make this inequality scale stay where the left side is less than or lighter than 20. All right, in the last example down below, we have a fraction with the variable term being on the right side. So we're going to circle where the variable term is, and we're going to start solving on that side. So the opposite of adding 6 is subtracting 6. We're going to bring down 1/3 x, and we have -9 and -6 for a total of -15. And this is dividing by 3. So the opposite of dividing is multiplying by 3. So we're going to do that to both sides. So we have 3 times -15, which is going to give us -45. Dividing by 3 and times 3 will cancel. All right, so now x is on the smaller side of the symbol or the less than side. So x is less than -45. So the symbol here, x is less than, x is on the smaller side of the symbol. So we're going to put -45 and put a circle here at -45. And we're going to go in the less than direction.